Today's teenagers live in a very different world to their parents. For this generation, technology is essential, not just for education, but as a crucial part of their social lives.
I normally spend about 15 to 20 hours a week on the internet. I go on Facebook, I go on MSN. It's like an addiction. You just stay online to see if somebody else has done something new.
And Isla isn't alone. More than half of American teens online have accounts with websites like MySpace and Facebook. 48% are on them every day, and that's got parents worried.
They might be doing bad things when they're away from us in the evening. They might be doing bad things on the internet. It's a similar sort of concern.
And it's not just parents who are concerned. Scientists at the University of Southern California reported recently that the rapid-fire streams of information delivered by social networking sites are too fast for the brain's moral compass to process and could harm young people's emotional development. Another study by security firm Trend Micro shows a worrying shift in what teenagers consider to be acceptable behaviour when dealing with the digital environment.
We found that 1 in 10 teenagers thought that it was cool or funny to pretend to be somebody else online. 4 in 10 had actually hacked into somebody else's social networking profile, email account or online banking just to have a look, and it was almost 3/4 were interested or tempted by the prospect of trying hacking as a potential for making money online.
I personally have gone on some of my friends' accounts, but it's always been for sort of not in a malicious way. It's just sort of funny, and you just leave little comments or change things. But I do know some people who have had their accounts hacked into by people that don't like them.
Another worrying trend which seems to be on the increase is online bullying or cyberbullying. Reports in both the UK and the US have shown that as many as 1 in 3 teens has been affected by this. The results can be every bit as devastating as bullying in the playground, and in many ways the signs of online bullying can be a lot harder to spot.
The technology means that the bully doesn't have to be in the same physical location as their target, because there's mobile phones, that the child could be at home, even in their own bedroom. If it's coming by social networking sites or instant messenger, it's potentially 24/7. There's no escape for the child on the receiving end. The way the technology shares information so quickly with many other people can mean that nasty comments posted up online can be shared much more widely than just the group in the immediate vicinity, and that can be very hurtful. And also, you may not know who is actually bullying you.
When it all started, I just tried to laugh it off.
And it's not just children who are at risk. According to a survey by the Association of Teachers and Lecturers in the UK, 15% of teachers have been victims of cyberbullying. But would so many teens behave this way in the social arena of the playground?
It's because it's just so much easier to say things to people online than it is to say stuff in real life, especially when it's horrible or mean. And I wouldn't think of it as bullying, but I mean, I can see why it would be called that.
And one of the things that we've always said about bullies is that bullies are essentially cowards, and I think that's true. So if you give a bully an opportunity to cause more damage and be more hurtful in a more anonymous, more detached way, they're definitely going to grab that chance and make the most of it.
As well as providing a veil behind which people can hide their identity, accelerating broadband speeds and vast hard drive space are making file sharing even easier and apparently more acceptable. In the UK alone, $19 billion worth of copyright content is stolen every year through peer-to-peer networking.
There is a certain level of expectation that knowledge made available on the internet or will be able to be shared, or people can use this as a way to increase their knowledge, to share that knowledge, and there isn't that link between the good, as in, let's say, if we're looking at a piece of music, there isn't that link between the good and the ownership of the good.
I don't think that behaviour has changed over time, but technology has given us new methods of doing that.
The debate about whether all this damages the morals of the younger generation will no doubt run and run. Perhaps technology doesn't inherently throw our moral compasses off course, but it may add several shades of grey to 21st century ethics.